injured. They range from 13, 15 up to 19 years. They are currently being attended to in hospital. And due to the severity, the community felt they can't wait for an ambulance. They had to immediately move them to hospital so that they receive medical attention. However, what I can indicate is that during the incident, the commander of crime prevention, visible policing commander of the Sophiatown police station, was 3 streets away. With his team, they were busy doing crime prevention because this area is well known as a notorious with drugs and unnecessary fights of that nature where they fight for the turf. And he reacted, and few blocks away, the anti-gang unit under the command of a captain who was in charge of them on the ground also came so that they can see what happened. And unfortunately, those suspects, who are also teenagers, as we are informed, disappeared. But we do know who they are, their parents, their addresses. 3 of them, the 4th one, we don't know. The team, as we speak, is currently following them because for obvious reason they didn't go back to their houses. We also have video footage of their faces, etc., when they came here and even when they left. Therefore, as soon as the teams succeed in locating them, we'll then have to take them in and ensure that they face justice.
General, just in terms of the motive and for clarity, we understand, we're hearing that it is gang related. Are you able to go into some detail about that?
Yeah, it's 2 gangs. I don't have to mention the names, but yes, it is gang related because they just came unprovoked and shoot those that who were just seated and smoking their pipe. That's what happened.
General, can you talk to us a little bit about the nature of this attack? We are seeing just some of the cones that indicate the bullets, counting from what we can see more than 34 bullets. Just talk to us as well about what we've been able to uncover from the scene. We know that it is live at the moment.
No, it's not over 30 rounds of ammunition. There are over 20, of course, but the scene is still being processed. And what I can highlight is that 3 of those 4 suspects were armed. The 4th one was unarmed. Hence, you'll see amount of ammunition or cartridges that were left and projectiles that were left at the scene.
General, you mentioned the fact that you had your anti-gang unit where there was an operation that was happening 3 streets away. Is that not concerning that even with a police presence not too far away, that these things still continue here?
Yeah, for 24/7. We have in Gauteng, we have anti-gang unit covering all the affected areas. This area, the captain with the team were already in operation. They patrol, they do stop and search, and we recovered several firearms, drugs, and made several arrests in the space. The other team, it's operating in Eldorado Park. The other team, it's operating in Moffat View. The other team is operating in Rivali. That's 24/7 to ensure that we prevent. But you see these things of these young boys who fight for territory or fight because you belong to another gang. It's a great concern, which I think as community we need to assist each other, starting with their own parents. Because if you leave a 13-year-old to be part of a gang, what do you expect out of that person when he grow up? It's already contaminated mentally, and that's not what the type of life we want to see happening. That's not the type of adults we like to let them grow and be at this age.
Just a bit more on that, when we speak to community members around here, they raise concerns about the police, not enough policing, that sort of thing, even though we know that there is a police presence here. But again, even with that police presence, it doesn't seem to be helping because now you're getting attacks in broad daylight.
Yes, you see, the issue of police being enough, vehicles being enough, is neither here nor there, because it starts first with as I said, the parents of those young people. the community around. It's the responsibility, it's a joint responsibility. As a community, we take our own space. We don't allow any illegal activities taking place within our environment. Starting with the street committees, we ensure that we protect our streets. No drugs must be sold. If sold, we deal with those people by reporting to police. In some cases, we even start going there as community to say, you stop this. You don't sell drugs here. You don't manufacture drugs here. Not in our space. Just that, on its own, it will be a deterrent. And obviously, it depends on the community, what type of life and environment they want. If they allow it, it's a problem and it becomes unfortunate. But as law enforcement, we will never be deterred. We know it's our duty, but we will never be sufficient to be at each and every corner. There is no way it can be. But the community must be our eyes and ears, and they, on their own, they are supplementary force to assist the police in stopping this.
And General, you've mentioned as well that the suspects are believed to be teenagers as well. How are guns ending up in the hands of 17-year-olds? Do we have a crisis in terms of gun violence in this country, and maybe not the country, but particularly in Westbury?
Yeah, firstly, as I
All right, of course, that is Major General Fred Kekana, Gauteng Deputy Police Commissioner, briefing the media there following that mass shooting in Westbury in Johannesburg. The police confirming that it was a gang-related incident, reiterating that at this stage what we know is that the teenagers were approached by 4 suspects on foot, 3 carrying firearms. The suspects opened a fire at the victims without saying anything and then fled the scene. The incident occurred in Cruiser Street in Westbury around 1 o'clock this afternoon.